Und du wirst kaum auf mich. Weil die einzige Sache, was ich kann nicht tun, ist, gibt das über jeder von euch und tut alles, was ihr kennt und seht, Bring Moshiach, denke von mir, Mama.
Being a shliach practically means you've dedicated your life to the Rebbe, to the mission of bringing Moshiach, and that's all you want to focus on. The last thing a shliach wants to be focusing on is how to pay your bills.
A few years after we had established our preschool and Hebrew school, and we really had built it up and it was working and there was financial stability, the demographics just totally changed. And the way the economy had grown, no new families were moving in. Our Hebrew school dropped from 40 kids to 7, and our preschool was almost non-existent. And suddenly we found ourselves with $50,000 of credit card debt and Pesach coming, and it was just a moment where it's like, what do we do now?
Nobody knows what's going on in the other person's business. Nobody knows what's happening in the other person's bank account. And often we might jump to a conclusion because a person lives in a specific area. It could be a very wealthy area. You would think, well, it must be that he has big donors or he has a lot of money. And for whatever reason, it could be he has expenses that we don't know about. It could be that he doesn't have the ability or the fortitude to actually go and approach some of the bigger donors.
Mexico is a beautiful country. It's known for having wonderful biodiversity. People love to go on vacation there. Our community itself is mainly made up of locals, actually. Some people came in because of the fact that the cost of living is lower in Mexico. However, when it comes to Judaica items, it's rather much more pricey than the States, since we have to bring it from the States or anywhere else.
It's a bit of a challenge financially, when you're starting out, to have the funds necessary to keep going and doing that until you get more consistent local support. You need, some outside support from people who are already familiar with shlichus and with the holy work that we're doing to really push us through the first stages of shlichus.
In the beginning years, there were rough times, and sometimes it would be taken out on my back. And there was a time that it was even a couple of weeks on my back because just difficult time period.
Most shluchim throughout the world need to work very hard in order to put bread on their table. There is no big pot of money that is supplying the shluchim with money. We've had times when to put bread on a table to buy a couple of vegetables, there was no coins. There was nothing.
One of the beautiful things about Dollar Daily, the tangibility of it and how close it is, that the fact that every person could afford and could give $1 a day.
People are giving that $1, you don't even realize, you think, okay, I'm giving $1, but the people who are giving that $1, everyone's dollars adds up. And by giving the dollar, you're really enabling a lot of shluchim to be able to benefit, to be able to be looked after, to be able to have those moments where you're thinking, how am I putting food on my table? How am I paying this next bill? How am I making this next pu'ula?
Dollar Daily, helping shluchim every day, whatever amount it is something that's unexpected. It's above and beyond.
$1 may seem, hey, what's $1? But no, this dollar can help someone. And obviously it's the collective dollars together that can really make a big difference.
It really doesn't matter what you give or how much you give. It's the idea of giving consistently so that organizations can give consistently. The minute you make it part of your life, you make it almost a habit, it becomes something very, very special, something which has a long-lasting impact.
Every penny counts, and every penny goes directly toward our holy work that we're doing of, bringing Yiddishkeit to more people and spreading the Rebbe's message.
Dollar Daily's check, when it comes in the mail, it's like, oh, now I can do it. Now I can go through this next week.
I had the Lubavitcher Rebbe bringen, the Gula Hamitis war schlimmer, denke von mir, Mama, und auf mir Meise, was ich kann noch tun in dem, auf zu geben, machen, jeden von euch auf der Schlichus, auf Zdocke, und wir hier lassen, also ich habe getan, alles, was ich kenne, und ich kann nur haben, tut alles, was sie kennen.
And when you have that extra help, it's just that 1 month that you know you're okay. You don't have to worry about how you're going to cover your bills. And you can just focus on your shlichus. It's just incredible. And when Dollar Daily does this to shliach after shliach, they're literally changing the world of shlichus.
It's really about saying, somebody cares, I have the wherewithal, I can go forward, I can get going again.
So getting support from outside definitely helps the person know that there is support, know that others out there are thinking about him and realize that he exists, and looking at this as Klal Yisrael's endeavor to help Yiddishkeit. If you have $1 extra that you could give someone, don't say, well, I'll just spend it on something for myself. Helping someone else, even though it's a small amount, ultimately goes a long way.
You have literally a chance to be part of the shlichus in every single part of the world. This is phenomenal.
Thank you for giving. Thank you for caring. Thank you for partnering with us, with the Shluchim, so that we can do our shlichus, and we are more than happy to share the reward, share the fruit of our labor with you, because you have given us the fuel and the necessary resources and the love that we get from your donations to be able to do what we have to do.